In the wake of a violent crime, families are left to not only navigate their grief, but to pay for a death they could have never predicted.
Today, some of the families most affected spoke alongside state lawmakers. They are asking for changes to the Victims' Compensation Act. News 2's Maya Owens explains what this process looks like.
Tonight inside the state capitol, their personal stories with a message.
This vision for me started July 9th, 2020. On that day was the day my son's life was taken.
It's a story told too often. In 2020, her son, 29-year-old Rodney Armstrong, hosted a pool party at his home on Mayland Drive in Murfreesboro. That day, she came home from work and went to bed when gunshots rang out.
Now, it didn't come to me instantaneously, but over the years, I navigated the criminal justice proceedings and I seen what other mothers were going through, what other families were going through.
Now she, alongside other mothers with similar stories, want what happens after death to change.
These are hurting and wounded mothers, and we want to continue with Mothers Over Murder, but we want to continue with some changes, some plans, some stats, and more than anything, some more bills.
A bipartisan bill now making its way through the General Assembly, proposed by Republican Representative Clay Doggett, improving the support people receive after a loved one falls victim to a crime.
Everyone had a story to me, and they sounded like they were still, they never felt whole. They continued to be victimized every day.
It falls under the Victim Injury Compensation Fund provided through the state's Treasury Department. Just one of the changes the bill would address. It would also change the amount of time someone has to file a report with police, going from 48 hours to 15 days. But according to the organization DREAM, nearly 60% of them are denied.
With paperwork and documentation, just a lot of hoops that you had to jump through. And unfortunately, through speaking with these ladies, we found out that a lot of people became extremely discouraged and they just quit the process because it was just too much to try to take on.
The unanimous passing in the House will now head to the Senate, many encouraged by the bipartisan support and what this could mean for victim families in the future. And because of that, the group says they are very confident with this bill having that bipartisan support that it will pass. Its next stop is before a Senate committee next week.